Although, if your kenkey does not bind like this, so drop no and so see say and so to say no video you more and you won't hear docuno lectures. So whoop docuno a so kama a emuye mre. And a video ya me ye wouldn't media because ye saying ye authentic Ghanaian Kenkey. Now inside this video me liki secreta dokono for a use omuma omo dokono no so kama. But before no, if you are new to this channel and you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, please do well to do so. Turn on your notification bell so anytime I drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. May that say. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting your girl. So let's get right into the video. So we're going to start with our corn dough. That's the main ingredient for this. I have 2 bowls here for the sake of the video. So we are going to be cooking the smaller one, which is the one in the white bowl, and the green one will be the one for the mixing. So for better understanding, if you are going to cook 2 cups of the mori, then you'll be mixing 3 cups of the raw one. I hope I'm making some sense. We are going to add in some water and make sure we mash this till it's smooth. We break up all the lumps and make sure it's smooth. We're not going to make it so runny. It shouldn't be so thick. It should just be in between. But in case you don't know what mori is fermented corn. So you soak the corn, then you grind it, then allow it to ferment. Then that is it. Your mori is ready. So use this for banku and kenkey. Once you are done with this, we are not going to introduce the secrets. I'm sharing the secrets our kenkey sellers have been using, and that is agbelima cassava dough. We're going to be adding just a bit of cassava dough. This is what makes it sticky. And in the manner sono. So let's say you are using 5 cups of corn dough. We're going to be using a cup of cassava dough. That's the agbelima. Alright, so yes, that's a secret. We're going to mix this and make sure it's also very smooth, and then we move to the next level. So just look at the thickness. It should just be that. Then you're going to be adding a bit of salt. Then you're going to put this on fire. Then the cooking process begins. You're going to continuously stir this. Keep stirring till it begins to bind. It binds till it hardens. Just trust the process. Don't worry if it looks lumpy, it's fine. Nothing will happen. Everything will melt in the process. It's going to bind and start hardening just like this. We don't want this to be completely cooked. So when it's about 80% cooked, you can take it off the fire. But if it's too hard, you can add a little bit of water and stir, and that is it. Now we are moving to the next stage. So now we are going to add the remaining corn dough into a bowl. So we are going to spread some of the corn dough in a pan just like you're seeing. Break the lumps and just spread it under the pan. Next, we are going to be adding the cooked corn dough. Yes, we are not going to add and spread it over it. Well, this was the instruction I was given. I don't really know why, but I just believe so. You can have everything mixed properly. Then you now add in the remaining corn dough on the surface. Then you can start mixing. So initially, I started mixing with the benguta. I started mixing with it. It was quite difficult for me. So I asked, can't I use my hand? She said, yes, just go in with your hand, because they usually use this benguta because the cooked dough might be too hot, so they cannot just go directly with their hand. But at this point, the temperature was okay and I could just go in with my hands, so I did that. For the hygiene police, please, my hands was washed, very well washed. So I kept my hand inside and started mixing it together. At this point, you need to have a bowl of water by your side so you can be sprinkling some water on it whilst you knead it. Yeah, I'll say kneading because we are trying to dissolve the raw corn dough so it can combine properly with the cooked one. So you need to be adding the water in bits so you can achieve the right texture. My tutor for this kenkey making class was born and bred in a kenkey house. She grew up seeing her grandmother and her mother making kenkey. However, I'm open for correction. So in case there's anything I need to be corrected on, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. So I'm going to mix it so you have such beautiful texture, just like what you're seeing in this video. All right, so At this point, it's time to start molding. And it wasn't easy. So with the molding, you're going to scoop or cut some of the dough, and then you're going to roll it up a little bit into a ball. Then now you're going to be using the kenkey leaf. And the kenkey leaf, in case you don't know, these are corn, I don't know how they call it, corn husk. Yes, these are corn husk, dried corn husk. So you add it on the corn husk. Then now you're going to add another layer. It's going to overlap, but don't let it overlap too much. It should just be a little bit overlapping, so you can be able to push the remaining husk into it. Because if it overlaps too much, you will not have space to push the remaining husk into it. So you just relax. You understand what I'm saying? So when you put it in and add in the husk on top, you are going to hold the base just like what you're seeing in the video, like this. Then whilst you hold it, as you are pressing it, then you are twisting the top. You press, you twist, press, you twist. Then you can now pinch your finger into it to make a hole. So the twisted part, you're going to push it right into it. Then you're going to press it to bind everything together nicely. And so now you understand why you are not supposed to allow the leaves to overlap too much, because you will not have space to pinch and make a hole for the remaining husk to go in. So after making the first one, she had to take over because it was going to take the whole day if I had to do the rest. So you can look at how she did it just as I explained. So you're just going to do the same thing here. Twist, press, twist, press, twist, press. Then you make a hole, then you push it inside, then bind everything together, and that is it. So now it's now time to cook our kenkey. Next, we are going to be adding some corn husk at the base of the pan we are using. The purpose of this is to make sure our kenkey doesn't burn. So this protects the kenkey from burning. That is how it's done. I forgot to mention that before you use your corn husk, please always make sure you wash it thoroughly. You can wash it with some baking soda to make sure you take out all the dirt before using it. All right. Once you are done layering the base of the pan with your corn husk, you're going to be arranging the kenkey into it. Make sure the base, that's the pointed part, faces down. So you're going to arrange all of them facing down just like this. Next, add in water to cover the top, not completely, just like this. Then cover it and make sure it's airtight, so we trap enough heat and vapor so it cooks very well. I'm using a foil paper. Usually commercially they put sack kotoku, I don't know, but I'm using foil paper. You cover it and allow it to cook. Time to time you check if it's draining the water, you add in some water, cover, and let it continue cooking until it's completely cooked. How do you know it's ready? Well, I was told that the thickness of the water determines if it's cooked or not, but that I believe is from experience. Another way for we learners is to pick up one and then open it up and check if it is ready or not, which I think is much better for us because I won't be able to tell if it's cooked by looking at the water. All right, guys, so at this point I just had to make my pepper, put everything together, and guys, my kenkey was ready. You'll be asking, why should I go through this stress of making kenkey when I can go and buy? When you are lucky to be in Ghana and enjoy all the goodness that come with our beautiful country, then you don't have to bother. But those of us who are out of our homeland, then we don't have any other choice but to learn how to do some of these things. All right, so this is for you who is just like me, who cannot have kenkey at any point in time that we feel like. All right, so guys, if you really love this video and you think I did well, please do well to like and share. And if you are still not yet subscribed to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, and catch you in my next one. Bye for now. Mwah.